San Francisco 49ers edge rusher Drake Jackson was a player that a lot of fans were expecting a breakout season from in 2023. Now, he did start his first game of the year with a 3-sack performance against the Pittsburgh Steelers, but after that, kind of slowed down a little bit. And then he was eventually placed on IR and had season ending knee surgery. Well, this is the first time that we've actually seen what the knee looks like. And you can kind of get an idea already before I play the video that Drake Jackson posted to his Instagram today. But you get a sense of how gnarly that scar on his knee was. Now, I'm not exactly sure what specifically they went in to clean up on the knee, but when you see this video, you're gonna see that it's pretty crazy. So I mean, look at that scar. That is right there on the top of the knee. And obviously, you can see he's putting in the work to be able to make it stronger. And obviously, hope to get back by training camp. I honestly wasn't really sure how serious the knee injury was, but this definitely helps paint the picture of that, the true perception of how bad that knee was and what he had to do to get it repaired. So obviously, the 49ers have made some additions in free agency, whether it's going out and getting either Gross Matos or going out and getting Leonard Floyd, who we project to be a big aspect of that defensive line for the 49ers. And unfortunately, because of the situation last year, Drake Jackson has kind of become a bit of an afterthought. Now, I've talked about this multiple times on the channel throughout this offseason. I'm personally not ready to give up on Drake Jackson. I see a lot of fans who are like, all right, well, this didn't work out. He didn't pan out like we expected him to. I just think that he's so young in his career and obviously dealing with an injury too. That is an unfortunate situation, but there is opportunity for him to bounce back. Now, he isn't going to have to be forced into a situation where the 49ers are going to have to rely on him. He obviously has the ability to come back at his own pace. And I say that in the sense of he can come back when he's fully healthy, but obviously when he comes back, there will definitely be a sense of urgency around Drake Jackson. I mean, the second round draft pick, there's a lot of expectations with him, but I do think it's important to also remember that he is like freshly 23 years old this year. So when we watched him on tape coming out of USC, you could see all the physical attributes were there. He definitely was young, he was raw. You could see the raw ability technically on tape. And that's the ultimately where we're looking for, at least in my opinion, Drake Jackson to take strides as a pass rusher is just develop more technically sound pass rush moves, more of a pass rush plan, and be able to evolve his game in that element. I think as he continues to grow and get stronger and get faster, and obviously work back from this knee situation, he should be able to be okay from a physical standpoint. For me, I just wanted to see him elevate the technical aspect of his game as a pass rusher. And I think with that being said, you got to give time to a guy like this, in a sense, to develop. Now we get it. The NFL stands for not for long, so you don't have a lot of time to develop in the NFL. So that's why I think there is a sense of urgency for Drake Jackson to show why he was drafted in the second round this season. But it is good to see that, he's working his way back. We've seen videos that he's been around the facility all off season. So he's been getting his treatments, working with the trainers, working with the staff. I'm sure they got him on a great plan to be able to be ready to go for training camp. I would assume that is the current target based on what we've seen. The 49ers have mandatory mini camp starting tomorrow. I don't anticipate Drake Jackson to be participating in those sessions. But like I said, the goal would likely be that he is ready to go for training camp which is when we need Drake available to be able to get in that work and fit in with the new defensive ends that the 49ers have brought in and continue to work on his craft. So I think it's a good sign that Drake Jackson is working. That scar is gnarly. They clearly got into that knee, but we've seen many players go through injuries like this in the past and be able to rebound. So I'm not sitting here saying that it's not possible for Drake to rebound from this knee injury or anything like that. I just think this situation it's a big year, and obviously another big year for Drake Jackson in the final year of his contract in 2025. So the two big years coming up. Sense of urgency should be on, and the hope is that Drake Jackson can be an integral part of the defensive line rotation with the newcomers and be able to solidify himself as a main guy on this defensive line rotation. But you guys let me know what you think about the scar, about Drake Jackson's future and trajectory, and all those different things in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.